It's November 1st. This time last year, the first day of November, it was actually snowing when I woke up, and today it was about 78 degrees. Now that the sun just set, it's getting a little chilly, so I have my jacket on, but yeah, no, I was just got home from work and the sun had just set as I was pulling up, so I just watered the garden. I'm about to pick some more tomatoes. I can't believe how many are still growing in November. I don't know how much longer this will last, but this is the best part of my day, which is probably why you see so many video clips of my tomatoes and picking the tomatoes. It's the only thing still growing, but they're really growing in abundance, and I'm grateful. It is also the first day of my Thankfulness November day, so I was feeling kind of blue, and I almost went shopping, believe it or not. And instead, I was like, I'm gonna get home while the sun is still bright. I'm gonna pick some tomatoes, take care of my garden, read a little bit. I have a wedding I'm photographing tomorrow, so I'm gonna prepare for that. I'm charging batteries and my personal battery as an introvert. And yeah, I'm hoping that you're all having a beautiful November and that you join me in a Thankfulness November in any capacity that you want. You don't have to do a no spend. You can just practice gratitude every day. And gosh, I'm so grateful for this day today. Welcome back to Hilltop Cottage. In this chapter, I'm going to be a little vulnerable with you. I'm sharing a little bit behind the scenes of preparing for the harvest picnic, but I'm respecting my family's privacy. You won't see the party on here, but you will see some of the details. I kept the food for the picnic very simple this year. Most people brought a dish, but I did make this squash mac and cheese. You take your favorite squash, roast it, and then you're going to mix it in a blender with your favorite cheddar cheese and some cream. I also made my popular pumpkin baked brie with the Bon Maman pumpkin spread inside. It's always a big hit, and everyone brought some of their own food, and I also made some hot apple cider that we enjoyed outside. It was a great picnic, and then it was a perfect way to start the cozy season with Matthew, Monet, Madeline, and I. It is 4:30. I'm working from home. The sun is already beginning to set, and so it's yeah, the first day of work since the daylight's changed. It changed yesterday on Sunday, and Matthew is away for a work trip tonight, so I am going to go, I think, to the Barnes & Noble. I know I'm on my spending ban for Thankfulness November, but I told you my one exception is to get the couple magazines that I read every month. That was the one gift I'm giving to myself. I'm so grateful for it. I love reading these magazines. And I thought, no better way to do it than tonight, the first night where everything's gonna be dark early. And so yeah, I'm going to go out there. I'm gonna make myself a cup of hot cider for the drive there, pick up a couple magazines, come home, curl up with some music and read. And that is how I'm gonna spend the first day of the fall back. And yeah, I'm just so tired, but everything's slowing down now. I did the last wedding this weekend. I photographed my last wedding of the season. I also had a family picnic yesterday, the second annual harvest picnic. We kept it very simple this year. Everybody brought their own chair, they brought their own beer, they brought their own, we did potluck style. So yeah, I just hosted, which was nice, and it was good seeing everybody. And yeah, I know I'm tired. I'm still job hunting, but I'm feeling grateful, and I'm gonna go watch the sunset and finish up the workday before heading out. All right, so I'm still on the clock, but I had to run outside and watch the sunset. It is definitely November. I'm so tired, but feeling grateful, to be honest. Really grateful today. And I'm gonna watch the sunset. So I think I'm gonna make this a priority. Every night when I work from home, I'm gonna race outside and I'm gonna watch a sunset. And I know I pretty much do that already, but I'm going to make it a priority this winter. And if I'm working at the office, I'm going to at least look out the window, maybe take a 2-minute walk and go outside and get outside before the sun is gone and enjoy the most of the light, because this just feels so relaxing and it helps when things are very dark and the days are short. And this feels good. So yeah, it's winter is coming. The end of summer and the start of the sun going down early season is always a little difficult for me, as I know it is for a lot of people. There was also a lot of challenges in November, career-wise, political-wise, that were just a little difficult, and so I took a lot of time, as much time as I could, to work outside, read outside, be out in nature, get some vitamin D. I'm out here reading, and look, I have a visitor crawling up my dress, my skirt. Forgive my appearance, I'm a little tired and I haven't done my hair and makeup today, but I'm in the tea room this morning. I'm going through Daphne's Diary because I love this magazine. It's so creative, has all these beautiful inspirations and projects and posters and stickers and recipes, but this one has this self-care checklist. There's also a poster in here, and check this out. It's a paper doll. I haven't had one of these since I was a little girl, and so it's so much fun going through this. A little balm for the soul. And I have to say, I'm really grateful for this community I have on social media with Instagram and Threads. That's a really supportive community of women. And people have also been giving me advice on my greenhouse. So I know my greenhouse is nothing fancy. It's a little starter greenhouse that I got at it's not Ocean City, it's Big Lots. I always mix up Big Lots and Job Lots. But anyway, I was gonna wrap it in a tarp for winter, but I don't think it'll survive winter that way. So I am gonna go through the hassle of taking it apart and putting it back together in the spring. So I'm gonna go to the hardware store today, and I'm gonna get a tarp for the base, to wrap the base in, something to put the greenhouse in to store it for winter, and some sticky, like a tacky thing that I could put on the wall, so I could put this poster up from Daphne's Diary and put it on the wall in here, and just, yeah, without putting holes in. So anyway, I'm feeling better today. I'm feeling hopeful. There's so many good people, and I'm finding my community and just centering myself today. So I hope you're also finding rest and joy. Okay, here it is. I am putting everything for the greenhouse inside the garage, all these pots to use for next spring. And then I am dismantling the greenhouse today, but I'm gonna leave the base on the ground so that I could just, because it's nailed in, it's screwed into the bottom, so I'm just gonna leave it screwed in and then put a tarp over the base and the wooden porch that Matthew, my dad, built. But yeah, no, I'm a little sad to see it taken down. I was originally going to put up a like a tarp over it or get a cover, but it's not gonna last the winters here. It's too windy. If it snows, it'll just be too heavy and it could collapse it. And I've been told that the plastic just deteriorates over winter from people who have tried. So yeah, it's gonna be a hassle, but it's gonna be worth it. And I know it's not a fancy greenhouse, but it's my greenhouse and I really do like it. So yeah, thanks for being a part of this journey with me. I know it's been quite the year, and if you're starting a garden or learning about gardening like me, I hope that some of this has been joyful for you and maybe even helpful. And I promise gardening is not done for me. I will be planting my garden over the winter and can't wait to get started again in spring. So yeah, time to take this apart. All right, so here's the final plan. Matthew actually wants to try taking it off in one piece instead of taking it apart, and just putting the whole thing in the garage in one piece. And then I thought, I was at the store and I was gonna get a tarp to cover the wood base. And Matthew said because it's pressure treated wood, it doesn't actually need to be covered. So I hope he's right. I mean, I know he probably is. It is pressure treated, but I just wasn't sure if it'd get all weird and discolored over the winter. But I could always stain it if I don't like what happens to it over winter. And yeah, so it's all cleaned out. I mean, I have to sweep some of the dirt off, but yeah, we're gonna take this down sometime soon when he's home to help me, if we were gonna carry it in one piece or not. We'll see. See you next spring. So this is the poster from Daphne's diary. I think it's cute for autumn. It's a big mushroom. I like mushrooms, but we're not crazy about the whole mushroom aesthetic everywhere. But I do like this as a poster. So I got this fun tack and I'm going to put it up on the wall. In just a moment, I'm going to share some hard things I've been going through career-wise, with my family, my history, I suppose. So if you're not in the headspace for a bit of a sad conversation or talking about mental health struggles, you could skip this part of the conversation. I don't want to unload on anyone, but I do want to share, I guess, and be honest and vulnerable here, because I know so many of us are struggling and we're not alone. But you could pass this, and then I'll be sharing some fun princess party content for my friend's birthday. So cutting out all these little pieces really calmed my nervous system down, I'll be honest. It was that concentration and just focusing on the scissors and the paper. So it was a nice activity, and I liked hanging up the poster. I think I'm gonna go through some of my older copies of Daphne's diary and see what else is in there that I haven't cut out or taken out, and put those together for this weekend. I have a big work event tomorrow, and so I'm just enjoying the last of the sunlight downstairs in the tea room. And yeah, just taking care of my nervous system today. And you know, I've been doing a lot of thinking and a lot of thoughts, and I was like, in my mid-30s, but the things that happen, I guess, with your parents when you're a kid and even now, they do matter, and they do have impacts on how you feel. And just a little bit is my mom is an alcoholic, and so we don't have the best of relationships. She's not always very nice. And my dad's a recovered alcoholic, but he's there for me, like physically, like he'll show up for anything. If I need him, he'll show up, which is important. I know I can count on him for major things, but emotional things, not as much. He tends to block and lock all of his emotions into a box sometimes, and he isn't that supportive when I guess it comes to careers or relationships or emotional things or anything that I need emotional support on. So I often feel a little alone. And I'm very grateful for my husband and my good friends. But lately, I guess I think because I've been overworking and burnt out, and I know I complain about that a lot. And I am making steps. I have some big news is that I didn't get the big job I wanted. But I was offered to go back to the office where I was a secretary before. They contacted me and they said I could work there for a couple months or even 6 months as long as I need until I find a new job, which is really kind. And I wasn't going to take them up on the offer, but things have just been so unbearable and I haven't found another job yet. And I think I'd have better luck finding a job there, even though I'll be making less money. And so Matthew's really supportive. He's like, yeah, he goes, go back. I was like, but you're the one that wanted me to leave for more money. And he's like, well, it's not worth it. So I do feel supported there. I do. And I'm grateful. And I do have good friends, but I'm feeling very much alone. And I actually relish in aloneness and solitude though. So it's interesting because I'm enjoying this quiet today and being in here in the tea room by myself. Because it feels safe. Like I feel like I'm able to just be safe in my quiet space and my nervous system is calming. But I don't know, I wish I had had a better childhood, and I wish I'd had better support into adulthood. And I know a lot of people feel that way. I'm not the only one. I'm not alone here. But no matter how old you get, you kind of always need that love and support. And I had a therapist once that said, why do you always return to a dry well expecting there to be water? And that's kind of how I'm feeling right now. It's like I try to reach out to my parents sometimes for just like emotional stuff. Even just to say, hey, I love you, I'm proud of you, I'm supportive of you. That would be really nice. Oh yeah, sorry. Gosh, here I am smiling and laughing it off like I always do. But yeah, no, that's how I'm feeling lately, and I know a lot of people are feeling that way, and that's why I have been striving to live simply and create a life that I'm proud of. And that's why my motto is live lovely. And I know a lot of people say thank you for sharing these things, these positive things, but I'm also sharing it for myself. It's a reminder for myself. And so if you are feeling down, you're not alone. If you're struggling, if you're burnt out, if you're having a hard time with a job or parents or anything else in your life, you're not alone. Yeah, just I'm focusing on self-care. I got outside plenty today, and now I'm doing crafting, and I'm just enjoying the last of the sunlight in this room. Maybe I'm gonna put together a puzzle or something now. Listen to some music and put together a puzzle. So yeah, I don't want you to worry about me. I'm all right. I guess I just wanted to open up to someone, and I know it feels really stupid talking to a camera and tearing up in front of a camera, and it feels like, what am I doing sharing this with strangers or people online? But I think if we're more honest with each other, I mean, isn't that what YouTube's all about, really, is connecting with each other? And I think people want to feel connected. They want to watch other people's lives and feel connected. And so I can't in good faith post happy, perfect content. I'm real too. So I wish you well. I wish you a calm evening or morning, whenever you're watching this, and that you're not alone. We're together. I'm saying a lot. But yeah, do something that brings you joy today. Even if it's just surviving, if it's just washing your hair or having a cup of coffee or tea or watching a favorite comfort movie for the millionth time. I know I'll be doing that tonight. So yeah, I'm gonna put together a puzzle and then make myself some tea, warm up some leftovers, and have a cozy night, watch a favorite movie for the millionth time. Take care of yourself. I don't want anyone to worry about me. I'm doing great. I have a wonderful support network, and I've been coping with my feelings. I'm feeling much better now. I've been spending as much time as possible outside, even on really cold and breezy days. And yeah, I've just been working on myself and staying healthy, and I wish you the best. So thank you so much. I'm using some of my calm time from work to head out early and go for a walk before the sun sets, now that the sun is set, before I get home each day. I worked all weekend, so taking a couple hours off on a Monday is more than deserved, I think, especially after this big event I put on. I will say it was, of course, a team effort, but I was the lead on it this year, and it actually worked out really well. I'm just a little tired out, and so I'm going for a quiet nature walk. And I'm reading a little bit of Emily Dickinson's poems as I'm walking, taking pauses here and there, and it's just nice because there's no one around and it's so quiet and peaceful. There's something really special about reading outside as you're walking. I don't do it too frequently because I don't want to bump into anyone or walk off of anything. But this boardwalk is a really great walk to do and read a book. There's also another park near me that has a wonderful walking path that I like to walk in circles as I read. Through my closet because I was invited to a princess party. And so my friend is turning 30 and she's doing princess theme. Everyone is going to be dressed as princesses, and I saw a dress online that looked perfect, but it wouldn't arrive on time. So I'm looking at my closet to see what I have. I have this one. It's really poofy and frilly and like a princess, but it's black. And so she loves lots of bright colors and pastels. I don't know what to wear. I think it's a no. Got a lot of bridesmaids dresses. Sparkles. 280s. Actually. This was my mom's, and it looks pretty princessy. Definitely princessy. Bad news. It does not zip. And it's a little long. My mom was really tall. You know what? Maybe if I put some, maybe I could sew some lace in and make like a tie-up back for it. Aha, okay, got ribbon. That'll work. Alrighty. Okay, I've got like an hour. I need pink thread. Maybe should I use this one? Is it stronger? No. This will do. Need bobbin. Actually, that matches that, doesn't it? No, I'll do a fresh bobbin. I'll make a fresh bobbin. Ah, okay. fast on there. Okay, Monet, come on. To make this really fast, I think I'm just gonna sew some loops made out of ribbon onto the zipper and then tie it on to myself. So I'm gonna give it a try. I'm not really gonna film a lot of this because I don't have time. I gotta run. So we'll see. Here we go. Alright. He keeps licking my hand and stuff, so I think I'm gonna have to move Monet. If you behave, you can stay. One side done. Alright, here we are. Now I just have to lace it up and hope it works. The good news is that it worked. Bad news is that I cannot lace it up by myself. So I might have to have a friend at the party lace me up for me. But yeah, I'm gonna finish putting on the front at least and then see if someone else could tie up the ribbon in the back when I get there. It worked! Look how cute it is. I think I'm gonna get some safety pins and bustle up the hem so that I could lift it. I'll just pin it up underneath and I'll wear it with some nice heels. But it worked. The only thing is that, here, let's see if I can show you the back. I cannot tie it up myself. It looks very adorable, but one of the girls at the party is gonna have to help me tighten it. But yeah, no, I'm very excited. I just gotta do my hair real quick and some makeup. And there is a petticoat, but the only thing about the petticoat is that you'd be able to see it. It's really high-waisted, so you'd see it through the lacing in the back, so I'm going to skip it. Alright, so hair and makeup is done. I didn't have time really to do my hair, so I just dampened it and put some gel in it for a moment. One of the girls will have to tie my dress up when I get there. But no, I'm feeling very princessy. I'm gonna put on my shoes, grab my tiara and the gift for my friend, which I put right there in the back, and head out the door. That's why